Hello and welcome to the Experiencing Love podcast. I'm your host, Philip Jocks, and I'm so glad that you're here. Right before going to record this, I was in a really sour mood. I was not feeling like myself. And right before I pressed record, I had this thought, this internal dialogue that says, let me just start this so I can get it over with and move on, and I'll try again tomorrow. And as soon as I said that, I had this shock of a realization that it's not supposed to feel like this. Recording is not supposed to feel like that. And the thing about feelings and emotions, it's that we have the power to change how we feel. I'm so grateful for that self-awareness and for that ability to stop and ask questions, because I saw in that moment that, let me just change how I feel real quick. Because if I come into this recording like, this is what happened today and this is how I feel and I'm just gonna make this a short episode, well, then of course it's going to feel like a trash episode. And of course I'm gonna be disappointed by it. So I guess my focus today is really on changing your state, changing how you feel. Admittedly, today I did not have a great day. I didn't show up for myself in the ways that I wanted to. Luckily, the first half of my day went great, and so it wasn't a complete bust. I got a bunch of work done in the morning, much more than I expected to. And then the reverse happened in the afternoon and the evening, where I got a lot less done than I expected to. And that's okay, because after every single day, I ask myself the question, what can I improve? What went wrong? What got in my way? What were the beliefs that were holding me back? And what can I do about them? And so every single day I'm tinkering, every single day I'm adjusting. Because at the same time, I'm also learning about me. I'm learning about how I am. With this journey that I'm on starting my own business and following my own path, my real path, I've only really taken such heavy leaps for not even 3 months now. So even though I've been living with myself for nearly 23 years, I'm only now discovering who I am. If you've ever read or listened to the book Essentialism, it's about not adding more to your life, but actually taking away the things in your life until you're left with just the essentials. And I forget that sometimes, and I will get down to my near essentials and then think that I have more in me, so I start piling more onto my calendar. And that's been the trap. That's been the pattern. So now I'm in that phase of the pattern again where I'm taking things out. I'm looking at what's in my calendar and I'm asking myself, is this really what's needed? Can I do without this? And I'm finding that the more I do that, the more time I'm finding every single day. A couple weeks back when I was looking at my schedule, I had maybe an hour or 2 hours every day for my business. Now I look at it and I'm up to 9 hours a day, potentially. And that's all to say, it all depends on the day and what comes up that day, and if I have meetings or calls, or if I just have other plans or errands or obligations that I have to do that day. But what I've given myself is the opportunity, because I could also say in the same regard, that's 8 or 9 hours that I can give to myself, to take care of myself, to exercise, to visit friends or family. I just choose to use that for my business right now. And that's simply come from tweaking my schedule, tweaking my plans, taking stuff out, seeing what's best for me, and where I can find more time, more leniency. What's really the most essential? The more I do that, the better I feel. For example, today, I think I had too much on my plate. I had too much that I wanted to do, and whenever that happens, it feels like I'm shooting myself in the foot, quite honestly. It feels like I'm shooting myself in the foot because I overwhelm myself. And then my overwhelm leads to anxiety, and then anxiety about the future and fear and all the fun stuff that comes with it, rather than just remembering what I did today and changing my state, changing how I feel. Today, I chose dancing. Dancing and jumping on a little trampoline, one of those rebounders. I just started blasting some music, and I had this thought that I've had many times before, and it's the thought that when I die, I really hope there's a highlight reel. And a section of that highlight reel is things I've done when I'm alone. When I think about it, I think all of us would have an incredible highlight reel of things that nobody saw. If today was in the highlight reel, it would be the dance moves I was whipping out before. I can't even begin to explain them. And also there's a part of me that says that's going to stay locked away. Like I said, when I die, I hope that shows up in the highlight reel. But also, the thought of a highlight reel and just thinking about it brought a smile to my face, and it brought me joy, and I just started to feel happier, and I was starting to feel more love, because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to experience more love. I know the more love that I experience, the more love I have to give. The more love I give to myself, and the better I treat myself, the better I treat other people, and the more love I give to them. Does that make sense? Even now, I'm trying out the method of listening to music as I record this. So instead of listening to silence in my pauses of breath, I have a little bit of joy, I have a little bit of melody and rhythm in my ear, helping me vibe differently, be on a different wavelength, a different frequency, different energy level, all of that fun woo-woo stuff. When I have days like today, it's easy for me to feel like I'm not doing enough, because maybe objectively and logically I'm not. That's what comes up in my head. And then there's the other side of me that acknowledges just showing up, and even if I don't put in 8 hours of hyper-focused activity, at least I showed up for 8 minutes. Can't get to 8 hours without 8 minutes. And it's not going to be forever, because past results don't guarantee future outcomes. Just because I may have done something 100 times in the past doesn't mean it's going to happen 100% in the future. The point is, we all have the opportunity to change. I talked about this a few days ago, but I plan to go through a monthly process of annihilating my limiting beliefs. And I recently just created a very interactive form that, funny enough, I made for myself and I made for a friend of mine. But I also see the value that other people can have, in using this form and using this methodology of replacing limiting beliefs with new empowering ones. Well, I believe that the most powerful way to do this is with a group of people in person, so that you feel the energy of change. I recognize that there's levels, there's steps, and I'd like to meet people on more steps. I'd like to meet people where they're at. I don't need people to fly from around the world to meet up with me to do this process every month. I want to give people the opportunity to do it whenever they'd like. Whenever they decide that enough is enough. I'm deciding today is the day I change. Because that's what I'm deciding every day. Yes, I'm doing this process at the end of the month, so right now I'm in this limiting belief and pattern collection mode. But I also decide every single day that I'm changing. I'm changing this. I'm adjusting this. I'm going to do that differently. Because I also believe that one day it will just click. Whatever my schedule is, it'll just be what it's meant to be for that season. And I'll be able to get into a flow state, get into a rhythm where I just show up. I do the work and I get results faster than I ever imagined. It's hard to keep pushing, to keep going when the results are so intangible. But that's why I have to create my own results. I have to decide what my results are right now. Because right now I can't point to a number. Right now I can't point to a bank account. Right now I can't point to a list of emails in a newsletter. I could just point to myself and showing up. Sure, I could point to the number of episodes that I've posted, but there's not much to show in terms of viewership. And it just starts that way. Because I think the world and I think the universe rewards consistency. But even more than that, it rewards persistence and showing up again and again and again. Maybe everything is going to tumble. Maybe everything is going to get shaken up in my life sooner rather than later. But just because it gets shaken up doesn't mean I'll stop. And I'll keep going. I'll keep pursuing my goals. I'll keep pursuing what I know to be my purpose. And that's practicing love, experiencing love, sharing love, feeling love, giving love, witnessing love, remembering love, being love. Because gratitude is love. Action is love. Relationships are love. It's all about unconditional love. I'm currently rereading a book titled Love is Letting Go of Fear by Jim Paulsky. And as of right now, the title is all I have to say about it. Love is letting go of fear. So whatever fear comes up, I'm going to let it go to make room for love. Thank you so much for being here. Truly. You have so many other things that you could be doing, and you've decided to take this time for yourself and for this daily download. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Remember to always fill up with the love, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. I love you.